All right, we here with the first episode on the Script Podcast. We got a good guest today, but to introduce our guest, we're gonna do a little something different that you're not seeing anywhere else. All right, we got the Shack of the Mac, 6'11", straight on the attack. You best not turn your back. He's coming hard to the rack from the 713 to UTRGV. Hopped on a plane, he landed in Ypsilanti. He took a canoe. My man from the river is Shanu. How you been?
Yeah, what's good? I've been good since the last time you seen me. Last time we was in the gym. Got flicks of me. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
doing good. I appreciate you for this.
yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on.
For sure,
It's
for
a
sure,
pleasure.
for sure.
So, I mean, March Madness is here,
Yeah.
obviously. Who you rooting for right now?
Uh, who I rooting for? Man, there's so many good teams. Auburn's looking good. Duke, Houston. I'm from Houston. I hope
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say I want Houston to pull it off for real. Yeah, it's a lot of good teams.
Okay.
A lot of good teams. What
Mm-hmm.
about you?
I got Duke. Cooper Flag, he's tough.
Yeah,
He's and Khan, he's from around where I'm from. So
yeah.
I know he was like a hooper since like forever.
Hmm.
But I mean, they're tough. I don't know about Auburn. I think they're gonna sell.
Yeah, for real.
I think Johnny Broom's too. I think he's too big for his own head.
For real. Yeah. I mean, they nice. You know what I mean? Like we just got to see for real.
Yeah.
We just got to see
Who's
for
the who's toughest guy that you've played in college so far?
real. Hmm. When I was at Old Dominion my freshman year, we played VCU and they had Bones Highland at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
so like
tough.
yeah, so he was launching it. You know what I mean, getting to the rim, all that. Like he was nice. Yeah,
I think a lot of people don't realize that like high school hooping, like you can be really good at high school, and then it just like sometimes it just doesn't translate to college. Like there's like levels to college ball.
yeah, 100%. Like once you go from high school to college, you got to realize that everybody on your college team was the best player on their high school team. You know what I mean? So like that's something
Yeah.
that people don't gotta think about, or like even going from JUCO to a D1 or any, you know what I'm saying? Like they were the best players on a team, so it's really just it's a level up. You know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
even from that, like the NBA players, they were the best player on their college team. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of levels, and I mean that's especially D1 college. Everyone's trying to get to the league. I mean that's like the main goal for it.
yeah.
And like what from going from high school to college, how was your workouts like? What changed you like? What's the word? What changed the most? Like, what was the biggest wow moment? Like, how intense those workouts got in college?
For me, the biggest thing was the physicality. That was like kind of my welcome to college was like the physicality. Like in high school, um, I was the tallest player and all that. And even when I got to college, I was still the tallest, but now it's like the physicality part. You know what I'm saying? Like people were more physical than me and stronger than me. So that's one thing I had to adjust to. You know what I mean? Like um, somebody being more physical, like I didn't know how to like handle that. You know what I'm saying? It took an adjustment. I needed like adjustment period for that. So yeah.
Hmm.
I'd also say the speed. You know what I mean? Like the guards are like really quick. You know what I'm saying? Like quicker than they were in high school, stronger and
Hmm.
all that. So yeah.
Like, so over there at Eastern Michigan, you guys are obviously in the MAC.
Yeah.
And then, like, what's that competition like? Because obviously each conference is like a whole different style of ball. Like the Big Ten, I feel like their problem is that they all wear each other out by the time March Madness
Yeah.
comes because they all play so hard and so close. Well,
Yeah.
like, what's that kind of like in the MAC?
The Mac, I would say The guard play is pretty good. The guard play is pretty solid. And it's a couple like really good bigs in the MAC too. That give you some problems as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And then, especially with, I mean, it's crazy looking at college basketball today. And then, even when you were playing as a freshman at Old Dominion in what? That was 2020, 2021.
Yeah, the 2020 2020
Like,
season.
that's just about when NIL started to come in and, like, the transfer portal became as big as it was.
Hmm.
Like, watching that play and then, like, guys that you give, like, they become your family for each year that you're giving your blood, sweat, and then all that together. And then next thing you know, oh, so and so is getting a bag to go D1, like to go to a higher school. Like he might be
Yeah.
going to Michigan now. Like, what's that kind of like? Just seeing like your brothers. Like, is it more go you get your bag, or is it like, damn, we could have actually done something like with the year or two that we had left together?
Um, Honestly, with NIL and the portal, the whole landscape of college basketball has changed for real. So, um, you know, it's like, yeah, I've had teammates, move on. You know what I'm saying? Get, like you said, get bigger bags and all that. It's like, yeah, I would have loved to play with you. Like you said, like another season or two. But I understand, like the money that people are getting now, that can, that's life changing. You can use that to set up your life. You know what I mean? It's a real game changer. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? Just like this money that you could be getting now could be used for your future. So I can't get mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like that's just how the game goes right now.
It's generational wealth right now that these
Oh
college
yeah,
guys are getting,
yeah.
and I mean it's really good for them. I mean look at Coop. I think he signed like a low million deal, but still it's $1 million, and
Yeah,
and
the
it's still in
college.
college.
He's a teenager.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
like
Like
you know what I'm saying. Like that's man, man. That's
yeah,
what I mean. You can't beat that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying I can't be
Mm-hmm.
mad. I can't be mad at somebody for getting their bag. You know what I mean? You got to get that bag. Do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like when he says that he wants to stay, like he might want to stay at Duke for another, it's understandable.
Oh
Like
yeah. 100%. Oh, 100%.
you look at years prior when you had Kyrie at Duke or like whoever where, I mean, it was financially smart just to go to the league right away because you're guaranteed a one pick. But where he's dealing with Dylan and Ron, like that's like the one, two, three. Those three is like obviously he could stay another year and then he'll be locked in as a one pick right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. 100%. Yeah.
Uh, I mean. Reflecting on this season, how do you feel about it? Where do you feel you can improve as a player and like as a team? Like, what are you looking forward to next year?
Forward to next shot. Man, that's myself. I just look forward to bigger being like a bigger presence. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was as big as a presence as I can be. You know what I mean? Um, I'm working through that. Uh, getting the ball more. I would say, and just being like a dominant player. Like the dominant player I know I am. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys, I mean, what did you guys finish in the MAC? Did you get a game away from the finals?
Um, so our overall record, we think we were 16-16, and then we made it to we made it to the to the MAC tournament. We lost in the first round against Miami, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
they got some dogs on that team though,
yeah,
but
yeah, 100%, they sure do. Yeah.
I was really pulling for you guys. A couple years ago, there's a game I have on my phone, and they didn't have licensing for the colleges, so they
Mm-hmm.
just put the city that they were in. And
Mm-hmm.
my friend and I always picked Ypsilanti, and we're like, "What college is this? Like, where is Ypsilanti?" And then I figured I was Eastern Michigan, so I always had a little love for y'all out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we need it. Yeah, we need it. Yeah.
Was there any moments this year, like, or even in your career, where like you got a tech from a ref, and you're like, "Come on, what are you doing?" That like still sticks with you.
Uh, nah, actually, I don't have any like techs in college. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, maybe there's a tech coming next season. You know what I mean? Maybe I get in the moment, heat in the moment. You know what I mean? But nah, I never had that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You be talking a lot? Like, you a big trash talker, or are you more like a Kawhi kind of guy? Like, you just let your bag do the
I'm
work for
more a
you?
quiet type of guy. I let my game talk for itself. You know what I mean? I'm not really gonna let anybody get in my head. I'm more of a shower. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you
I
know
mean,
that
those
can always
guys are more the.
that can
You
always
hate to
happen.
play against those guys, though,
Yeah.
because it's like, if they ain't talking to you and you talking to them the whole game, it makes you more frustrated just, like, trying to
Yeah.
guard them and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
On Eastern Michigan this year, from, like, what you've learned, who was the biggest shit talker? Like, who was talking the most?
Man. Uh, Definitely Day Day, Deshaun Nelson. Yeah, nah, man, yeah, he'll let it loose. You know what I mean? He'll let you know how he's feeling. You know what I mean? Score on you and one. Yeah, he's in your face with it. You know. So yeah, definitely him though.
Mm-hmm. And like, what were the vibes? Like, what was going around on the team? Like, how were you guys feeling throughout the whole year?
Um, like this past season, it was pretty much a new team. I think only a couple of people returned from last team. So we had to really like congeal with get close to each other. Learn each other's our play styles. Know what he likes to do, know what he may want to do. You know what I mean, and just build off that. And I think towards the beginning or like November, December, we struggled. We struggled a little a bit. But as the season went on, it got better. You know what I mean? We started playing together, started playing it more intensely on defense. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely grew as a team. You know what I mean? Just learning each other, like and trusting
Mm-hmm.
within our coach. Yeah.
Yeah, and then especially kind of like, I mean, obviously you have a pretty big frame, which works really well in D1. How
Yeah.
do you use that to your advantage, like going against smaller bigs?
Um. So yeah. So like definitely like my length, it's a huge factor. Um. Just try to use my length. You know what I'm saying? Like people they struggle to score over like my frame. You know what I'm saying? I have like a 7'4" wingspan. So like yeah, I just use what I got for real. You know what I'm saying? I can move pretty decently. You know what I mean? Getting better at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just use what I have for real.
Yeah, and then what would you say your bag is? Like, you got like, I mean, you got Katie's height, but you got more of the size of like a prototypical college big, like
Yeah,
the big guys you can just feed in the post and then just let them go to work.
yeah. So I definitely I consider myself like a lob threat. You know what I'm saying? You throw it near the rim, and I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? I got a pretty good face up game. And I can knock down the midi. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna expand my range out to the 3 point. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you working on this off season? Like,
Um.
what's your biggest focus?
Definitely shooting. You know what I mean? Definitely like my shooting and just overall just regaining my confidence. You know what I mean? I feel like once I do that, everything else will pretty much fall into place. You know, because this year I'm coming off an Achilles injury. Which is major. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So uh, so yeah,
I mean, coming off of that, I mean that's the worst injury in
oh
basketball.
yeah.
I mean, you look at so much and it's so much adversity to go through. How has it strengthened you mentally just coming off of like an injury like that?
Man, it's definitely been a process. It's definitely been a process. You know, to I'm very athletic. To have all this athleticism and to have such a detrimental injury, I had to trust myself, just work through it just to get to back to where I know where I was before I was hurt. You know what I mean? And when I first got to Eastern, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't. When I first got to Eastern last July, I wasn't even practicing right away. I came over there and I was still doing rehab. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mm-hmm.
still doing running drills. You know what I'm saying? Like my trainer, he would have me run. You know what I'm saying? From baseline to baseline. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still doing rehab for real, and yeah, and then like I basically, you could almost say I basically started practicing when official practice was. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when official practice came, like that's when I just hopped back on the court. So it was it was definitely a process, like just to just going through like regaining my confidence to move again. You know what I mean? Because like it'll be some instances where like, I can't move my feet as fast. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying, just strengthening my leg. You know what I'm saying? Like like my running, my speed, you know what I mean? All
Mm-hmm.
that was a factor, you know what I mean? Like when I first came back, like I couldn't really do it. I couldn't really run as fast. I couldn't move as good as I am now, you know what I'm saying, as time went along, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously, I was watching a podcast the other day, and it was D Rose talking about his ACL injury and how he was saying that like a lot of like fans don't understand that it's just you going through that injury, and it's like one of the hardest moment. It was our hardest moment of his life, and that's why he retired. But like, how just like be how was your situation like in that rehab? Was it just like a lot of just you and like mental thoughts, or were there like a group around you like to help you kind of get through that?
Yeah, so I tore my Achilles in September of 2023. So uh last season, what I'm saying, the 2023 2024 season, September of that year. And that was right before, like preseason and all that. And so after that, after I tore my leg in September 2023, I started rehab in late October. You know what I mean? And pretty much all I did was just eat, sleep, and breathe. And it was rehab. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing, just rehab. You know what I'm saying? And that was a process. Like walking again, like learning how to walk again, like putting full force on my leg. You know what I'm saying? And like even though that happened, like I still had a positive mindset. You know what I mean? Like I say, this is just life. Life just threw me lemons. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mm-hmm.
still had a positive mindset, and I did rehab from October all the way till like July, August. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was just doing rehab like all day. You know what I'm saying? Like every week and that. And then yeah, like you do rehab and bam, like just hop. You back on the court. And
Yeah.
to be honest, like even though I was out for a year, like it went by so fast. It went by so quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like official practice started, and I was like, whoa, like a year ago, like I tore my leg, like and I'm already back on the court. You know what I'm saying? And like from that point on, it was just like regaining confidence in my leg and my movement and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
like it wasn't easy though. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely wasn't easy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to a little bit of action. Action.
Yeah.
What was the toughest place that you played at this year?
Toughest place. Uh, man. Toughest place we played. would probably say maybe one Miami, Ohio. I remember. The first time we played them, we played them over there. And another place I'll probably say the toughest was Kent State at Kent State.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause, like when we played them, like that was a senior night. The crowd, like, yeah, the crowd was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were super aggressive, and you know what I mean. Like, yeah, I'll probably say them Kent State.
And even though like it's a hostile environment that you're playing in, do you like how do you embrace it instead of just kind of like letting the nerves get to you and then like having the fans kind of dictate how you're going to be playing that day?
Oh well, fans are fans. You know what I'm saying? You're here to watch. You're here to watch me, my team. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know what I'm saying? I set them aside and all that. I'd say uh, it's when let's say your shot isn't going. You know what I'm saying? Now you have people heckling at you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just remaining in that zone and not letting that affect you. For
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kent State's no like it's not Chapel Hill
yeah,
or or Rayleigh, but
yeah.
it's still like it's
It's
still
still
pretty
something.
intense out there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
college
something.
ball.
Yeah,
Like the fans are gonna get into it.
yeah. At the end
What's
of the day.
the have you ever had a fan shout anything like really out of pocket or wild to you?
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but I remember, I remember during our non-conference. This is back in November or December. We played IU Indy at IU Indy. We ended up winning, and yeah, I got a crazy DM. Yeah, I got a crazy DM, which was pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really pay it no mind. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I told my teammates, I said, listen, I need more DMs like this, right? For me, because that's how we did something. You know what I'm saying? When I get a crazy DM
Mm-hmm.
like that, hey, you know what I'm saying? And we won. You know what I mean? Hey, I did something. You know what I'm saying? We did something. So
Yeah,
I need more. I said I need more DMs like this.
yeah. What do you say? Can you say?
I can't even say. I can't even say it was like, man, you know what I mean?
That wild.
Yeah, it was that wild.
Feels the fire though.
Yeah, you know what
It
I'm saying?
add gas.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you
People
know what I
ain't
mean?
talking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Last time I know you did something, so I was like, hey, I'm cool with it. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I can do more next time.
Anyone like your teammates or anything? You ever hear anyone like chat some stuff like
Uh,
behind the bench or?
oh yeah, I remember when we were at Ohio, uh, at Ohio, we played them. We ended up winning. They had it was like a bunch of students behind our bench. So like they was talking to us throughout the game. They gonna talk their shit for real. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You get any parlay talks?
Uh,
Anyone say?
no parlay talks. You feel me? I mean, you on your own with that
Mhm.
one. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing to do with
Nah,
that.
I always pick Eastern Michigan money line. That was my. I always had faith. I'm
Yeah,
like let's just ride another day.
yeah, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
Uh, I mean, like how is like the college ball experience? I mean, obviously when you're a kid,
Yeah.
and then you always say that like you want to go to the league and you start hooping. Like when did you realize that like oh shit I could actually do this? And then not only that, it's like when did you like learn to embrace playing college hoops?
Um. So like my college journey has been pretty interesting. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always say like I probably have one of the most unique college experience, a college experience with a unique set of circumstances. You know what I mean? So like I started off at Old Dominion. You know what I mean? I redshirted that year, and then
Mm-hmm.
after Old Dominion, I went JUCO in Jacksonville, Florida. And I averaged like 12 points, like 7 rebounds in a block. And then from there, I went to UTRGV. Um, I was there for a year, um, and then and then going into my second year of UTRGV, that's when I would say like things were clicking for me. Like I was gaining my confidence. I was good with the system. You know what I'm saying? Like things were starting to roll for me for real. And I feel like that's when I was like, I can really do this. You know what I'm saying? I was putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? I was staying after, getting shots up and all that. You know what I mean? I had a great summer. I had a great summer for my leading into my second year of UTRGV.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the summer, we come back from when school starts, then I got hurt. That's when I
Yeah.
tore my Achilles, and then it was rehab and it was rehab you know and uh, after that, I would I wasn't planning on leaving UTRGV. What my coach ended up getting fired. My second year at UTRGV, I wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
We were like 6-20, we only won 6 games that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A large part of that was due to injuries. I was out. A couple other kids was out. It was just a lot going on. So yeah, we only won 6 games that year, and then I wasn't planning on leaving, but my coach ended up getting fired, and like the new coach comes in, and like we weren't seeing eye to eye, so I was what I'm saying, I was forced to leave. What I'm saying, I didn't want to leave. I didn't really want to leave. What I'm saying, I had my rehab center over there. I had what I'm saying. It was just another like unfortunate situation. What I mean, I had no control over it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
after that, I got in contact with Eastern. What I'm saying, and they brought me in, rehabbed me, and got me right for the season. So yeah,
So
so yeah.
so with your injury and then the red shirt, how many do you still have, like how many years of eligibility you still got?
So I have technically I have two because I redshirted my second year at UTRGV, so I have next year, and then with the new JUCO ruling, that year
Yes. Yup.
that year comes back as well. So I have 2 more years.
Mm-hmm. And then are you gonna push through those 2 years of eligibility?
Um. Yeah. So like after next year, I definitely want to like see where I stand. You know what I mean? Like kind of like see how I would where I was like line up like hypothetically, wanting to go pro and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
and then if I decide to come back to college, I'll definitely do so. Like this day and age, there's really no. I don't really think it's really like a downfall to going back to college for real. Like,
No, I
you know
mean,
what I'm
look
saying?
at yeah. I'm a big Badger fan. You got John Tanji, who I mean, coming back is I think he's a 6 year senior. I mean, he hooped. He did his stuff this year.
You feel me? And like he's in the bag too, so it's like I already know he's getting
Mm-hmm.
money, so it's like you can't be. There's almost like no cons to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
Yeah,
you can hooping for hooping. Like no, you know what I mean? You can make some serious money. You can make more money than like a G League player. So
exactly.
so it's like I mean I think about that all the time. So I'm just like, well, why would I just? I'm not. You know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna just be too hasty to just go pro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a bigger bag in college for real. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. I
yeah,
mean, you didn't used to see that like as much, but it's really prominent now that you see, especially on a lot of these like March Madness teams that have deep runs. They
yeah,
got those older guys. I mean,
yeah.
who who have those extra years of eligibility or whatever.
Auburn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Auburn.
or
You know what I'm
even
saying? Yeah.
I just saw the tight end for Miami, Cam McCormick.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like
you feel me? He's
26
like
or
20, 28,
yeah.
27, 28. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he
He
just
just did
had
his
a
pro day.
yeah. You feel me? Oh God, he's like a they said like a 27, 28-year-old rookie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people. a lot of people, have something to say about that. But I'm kind of, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I had an injuries. I know he's had injuries. You know what I'm saying? But he's making the most out of it. So like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly. And then it's like back to what you're saying. You're getting paid basically to be there, and
Yeah.
especially if you're on scholarship, it's you're getting a free degree out of it. So worst case scenario, you have a really good degree to like fall back on.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Uh, if you had the opportunity, right? Let's say some high NCAA exec went up to you and was like, "You can start for the whole game, and you can pick any place in the country to play. Where are you picking? Or are you staying? Are you staying in the Ips?"
Man, I love you, Ipsy, but hey, I love Ipsy. You know what I'm saying? But all right, this is hypothetical, right? So, um, if I could pick anywhere. How about this? I can give you like I'll give you like 3 or 4 schools. How about that?
All right,
All
perfect.
right, so like one, I would probably say University of Houston. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it'll be cool to put on for the city. You know what I'm saying? I'll say them. UT, Texas. Like that seems like a pretty good deal over there. Um, Florida, the Florida Gators. You know what I'm saying? I've been pretty
They're
interested.
tough.
Yeah, I've been following them. I'm pretty interested in them for a couple of years now. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty cool. And then lastly, I'll probably say uh, hmm, maybe Texas A&M. Maybe Texas A&M. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But yeah, all these schools in the South. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely go back to the South. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Southern boy. So, yeah.
Yeah. How you dealing with that with the snow all there in
Man,
Michigan?
so like I've never seen snow prior to coming to Ipsy. You know what I'm saying? I never seen snow before. Um, like the weather being like 30, 20 is like I've never experienced that. You know what I mean? So it was definitely like a something different. But I done got used to it though. Um, like the cold up there, it don't really phase me. It don't phase me like how it
Yeah.
did when I first got out to Ipsy. So yeah.
I know a lot of people from the South just do not want anything to do with going up north. Like
Yeah.
Dion, he was talking about how he went. The Badgers had him on a visit, and he saw
Yeah.
snow, and he's like, "I'm a Florida boy." He's like, "I'm not playing up in Madison,
Yeah.
where I can go play where it's hot."
Yeah. You feel me? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Sean Miller to give you a scholarship.
Yeah, boy. Boy, yeah,
New UT.
yeah.
Uh, but what's your favorite part about Eastern Michigan?
Um, yeah, part of the school or like the city.
Let's do both. Let's start off with the school.
The school. The school's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell you, my favorite part of IFC is is the fact that I can make a name for myself over there. You know what I mean? It's just like a canvas for me to, you know what I'm saying? I can paint. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah.
favorite part about it. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It could be my school, bro. You know what I mean? And then like the city, Ipsy's cool. So like, because you have Ann Arbor, not too far by. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to check out any of like Michigan the day football games or nothing like that. I'll probably check them out next year. So like, that's pretty cool. Ann Arbor, like been out over there a couple times too. And then you also have Detroit too. So
Yeah.
Detroit that's a whole other like big city. You know what I mean? That I'd never been to prior to coming to Ypsilanti and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, they got what is Mercy in your conference?
Nah, they're not in our conference, but they're not in our conference though. But like that's in Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got I'd say like between Central, Western. Am I missing any other ones in Michigan?
Central, Western. Those are two schools in our conference. You talking about other
Yeah.
schools too?
No, just like in your conference from
Oh
Michigan.
yeah, that's it. Central.
Uh, between those two, who would you say you got like the most bad blood with?
Man, um, I'll probably say I'll probably say Central. I'll probably say Central
Okay.
because one, we played them twice. You know what I'm saying? Western, we only played them once. So like the first time we
Oh,
played Central, we played them at their house. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying? I think we got blown out that game. You know what I'm saying? And then for them to then come to our arena and play them again, just to, you know what I'm saying? Just to have the chance to beat them, which we did. That was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And like that.
got your get back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like like even though like their record wasn't all that good, like they're a tough team. Like they're very physical and all that. So yeah, it was a good matchup.
I think like a lot of fans from the outside perspective who don't really look into it, they don't realize that playing on the road and playing at home in college basketball is two completely different things.
Oh, too. Oh,
Like you look at schools like the Big East. I mean, that's kind of the one I usually look at because just the fans get really into it there.
yeah,
But you got like a Marquette school who's pretty decent, but then they go on the road. They play Xavier or they play like Seton Hall. And
yeah,
they on the road, or even DePaul, who wasn't that good this year, but they played on the road at DePaul and lost. It's like stuff like that. Like the fan atmosphere really plays a part into the
yeah,
game of like to dictate.
yeah. Like you in their house, you feel me? They got with their refs and all that. So it's what I mean. It's you versus all of that. Yeah, people don't take that into consideration. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How are the refs in the MAC? There's some I was watching some like mid-major schools, and I'm like,
Yeah,
there's no way this is sliding. Like they
yeah.
gotta be calling some of these.
Um, I mean, listen, there are definitely some refs that give you some questionable calls. You know what I mean? Like you said, like we was talking about, especially when you're on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like you probably gonna get the short end of the stick, you know what I'm saying? So like you just you prepare for that, you know what I'm saying? Our coaches prepare for that. They'll say, during practice, someone might get fouled. They'll be like, you're not gonna get that on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're away this game, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get that in the game, in the upcoming game, you know that. So you definitely prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And like looking a little bit towards the future, let's say next year. How many seniors do you guys have on the team this year?
We had three. I think we have four.
Four seniors. Okay.
Yes.
So are you trying like are you working for a starting spot next year?
Yeah. So like towards yes. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like towards the end of like the last part of our season, I've been starting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna continue that. You know what I'm saying? With the
And then just kind of keeping. I think a big part, like especially when you like come in later in the year. I mean, you obviously know the offense, but it's a different group that you're running out there with. So having like those connections going into next year definitely will help. And like your numbers they're gonna increase. That's just how it works. But
yeah. Yeah. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
like, what are you looking forward to having like that increased role next year?
Um, I feel like, uh, like the coaching staff and all that, like you said, I'm gonna have a bigger role, you know what I'm saying? So, they're gonna expect a lot out of me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of
Pressure
like,
makes diamonds.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like we was talking about, like, when did you realize, like, you can, like, really do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that moment, you know what I'm saying? I just have to get over an injury, you know what I'm saying? I'm already there, so, like, I already know, like, what I can do and all that. So, yeah, I'm just really, like, showcasing my talent even more, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you thought,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you thought if you thought you like what if you like what you saw this past season, man, like next season gonna be a movie for real. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm excited
Yeah,
because, I mean, you got that college build big, well, that college big build,
yeah,
that like it really works, and I mean, you see it all around. You've seen it forever that like the bigger guy, they're the ones who tend to thrive in college,
yeah,
especially like with size mismatches and shit like that.
yeah.
I don't know. I had a little bit of questions, but I mean, we kind of hit most of them. Oh, all right. Who is taking aux pregame, and who are you keeping away from aux?
Man, all right. So, all right. When it comes to ox before game, I'm not really like I'm not the type of person to just like, hey, like I gotta be on ox. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much like I can vibe to anything. You know what I'm saying? But this past year, like who would get on ox? Chris Henry, uh, one of our guards, and Day Day. It was pretty much like them two running it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a picky person, you know what I'm saying? I can vibe to anything.
Mm.
Uh, man. So like questionable, like who shouldn't touch the ox? I'll probably say collectively, but we can agree. And his music ain't all that bad, but Cooper Smith, one of our guards, one of my, you know what I'm saying? Like, people might question what he plays, you know what I'm saying? So, something like, I remember one time we gave him the aux, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll play country music, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Country music's cool, you know what I'm saying? But,
Mm.
that might not get everybody right before the game, you know what I'm saying? But after the game, though,
Yeah.
we won, you can play whatever, you can play whatever you want, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if country is the move, but like a pregame kind of vibe.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Uh, like, are you kind of like locked in your own head before like coming up to the game, and then when do you guys like kind of start like getting into it like pregame?
Okay, yeah, so when I come in, yeah, I'm pretty locked in, you know what I'm saying? That's why for me, who like I'm not really a picky person when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't rely on music like that to get me going. I'm pretty much already set, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with music, you know what I mean? But I'll say like people start to, really lock in once we come in like at the 30-minute mark. We come in at 30 minutes. Um, coaches go over matchups again, and then we go out on the court for a second time, and then we come back in, and
Mm.
then we go out for the final time. So I say once that 30-minute mark hits, I feel like that's when like people like really start getting locked in for real.
Okay. And obviously, you showed me around your locker room
Yeah,
when we were taking flicks and
yeah,
whatever, but
yeah, yeah,
you guys got a really nice locker room.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
not expecting that.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. That's
Does
pretty.
it get loud in there? Like, you guys
Um,
get turned after
Oh yeah,
post
we
game?
can turn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The camera crew don't go back there, but it gets pretty loud back there. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, you know.
You got any like pregame rituals before game or
Um,
like?
Pregame rituals. I always think about hmm, I just think about like just playing. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get caught up in like overthinking. I just think about what I can control. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how the game is gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get the right call or this is and that. Things may not go in your favor. Your shot may not fall or this is and that. But I just think about controlling what I can control. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, within myself. Yeah.
So you're not super superstitious.
Nah.
Couldn't be me. I'm
Yeah.
probably one of the most superstitious people on the planet.
Yeah.
But that's good that like you. I mean, obviously, especially in basketball, it's really easy to overthink like
Mhm.
certain stuff. But
Mhm.
like that just proves you got mental toughness, and
Yeah.
that's what makes a great college basketball player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we covered it all.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for coming on again.
Yeah. Let me say one more thing. Like, you know, like, like with my with like with the with my career and like everything that like I've been through. Like I always know that like I said, I've had like a crazy college experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, people could say like, I probably, I've gotten like the short end of the stick so many times, but I really just, I think about, like my story, like really inspiring people. You know what I mean? Because I've been,
Mm-hmm.
so I know what it's like to not play. I've been hurt, crazy, like, I have the craziest injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, been out for a year. You know what I'm saying? This happened, like coaching change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through all of that. You know what I'm saying? And like, and I'm still going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like, I'm
Yeah.
still going. We really just getting started for real. You know what I'm saying? We really
Yeah.
just getting
Job's
started.
not finished.
Yeah, like, oh, it's not finished at all. We just getting started for real. We just about to make some shake. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I mean, yeah, we can loop back to that. Like, there's obviously kids out there who are in high school. They're coming into high school, or like they're about to be a senior, or even JUCO people.
yeah.
Like, what do you want to tell them so that they can put themselves in a position that you're in, like coming from someone who's gone through as much adversity as you have?
Um. Listen, like, like, you have to control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that I went through. These are things that just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do anything about it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what was in store for me. So, don't give up, or like don't stop because like in the moment it's bad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I completely understand that. You know what I'm saying? What I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a year or some change ago, I couldn't even walk. You know what I mean? I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even walk. I couldn't run. You know what I'm saying? First got to Eastern, I couldn't even really run for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's definitely a process, and things get better. So yeah,
Yeah, that's real love right there, though.
yeah,
Like you love the game that you play, and it really shows like in your work ethic, your mentality, and like by the way that you hold yourself as an athlete,
hmm
and like things around that. Uh, but yeah, is there anything else you want to say before
Now
wrap her
I'm all,
up?
now I'm all good. I'm all good. I appreciate you for having me.
Nah, yeah. Thanks for coming on again.
For sure.
This is the first episode,
Yeah,
so in 5 years from now, when you big time and I'm big time, we can look
yeah.
back at this and
You feel me?
laugh about it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for watching the first episode of the script. This is your host, Wyatt Bolden. Again, we got our guest. Maybe give a little round of applause from at home and wish him the best of luck for next year. He gonna be having a monster season. Just watch it.
All right.
It's due to happen. I
Mhm.
know it.
Mhm.
But yeah, y'all take care and have a good day.
All right.